if total time lapse is t seconds. If total time lapse is t seconds, evaluate first question. The maximum velocity reached. The maximum velocity reached. Maximum velocity reached. And second question is the total distance traveled. The total distance traveled. Okay, na? So now we are trying to do the problems on your right now. Combination of your constant acceleration, then constant velocity, and also sometimes your retardation part affiliation. Now see this question very carefully, beta. We got a car which is accelerating from the rest at a constant rate. How much for me? Alpha. It is rating. It has been increasing and it is starting from rest. That means initial velocity is 0. For how much time? For some time. After which it decelerates at a constant rate. How much for me? Beta. To come to the rest, and finally velocity is becoming for me 0. If total time lapse is given for me t seconds, okay. If total time taken is t seconds, evaluate the maximum velocity reached, the maximum velocity which it can reach their part affiliation, and also the total distance traveled by the particle part affiliation. Now see in this one, it is having a combination of your accelerated motion and as well as of your retarded motion. Like say for example, if I'm talking from your A, I'm reaching to the point B. So this is your car A beta. Accelerates from rest. Okay, somewhere here is your car. Starting from rest, u is equals to 0. Isn't u is equals to 0? And moving with a constant acceleration, how much for me? Alpha. Then after traveling certain interval of a time, now this car starts decelerating. Slowly the acceleration of this one has become for me how much? Beta. Clear for everyone? So this is your car and this one is also same car. So first it is an accelerated motion. Next one it is nothing but a decelerated motion part affiliation. Say for example, for the accelerated motion, if I'm going from your this one say B, this point I'm taking the C. From here to here with a time of t1, and from here to here it will go in a time of your t2. So suppose you are taking the relation. Okay now. Now what is happening to the final velocity beta? Initial velocity is 0. So final velocity of the body is also 0. This one is right now what? Retardation. That means negative acceleration. Beta is nothing but what? Negative acceleration part affiliation. Clear for me? This is the question what exactly is trying to give me for the given conditions. Now what is asking is when a car is accelerating from the rest at a constant rate alpha for some time, after which it decelerates at a constant rate beta to come to the rest. If total time lapse is given as of your t seconds, from here to your total time is given as of a t seconds to come to the rest, then total time lapse is t seconds. Evaluate the maximum velocity reached. That means this car may be having maximum velocity at what position is asking right now for the given condition. See, can I try to do the question or not right now? See, and is also calculating the distance. Say, for example, in T1, it has been traveled a distance of S1. So in the T2, he will be traveling a distance of your S2. So we are dividing the question into the two parts. So first we can simplify the first part, then we can simplify the second part, then add both of them, we'll get the answer for the given question. See how many motions are there right now for me. A to C, we are having a constant acceleration. Then from C to B, we are having a constant retardation part affiliation. So from that one, I can get the times part affiliation. Once I know the time, then I can calculate the velocity also for the given condition. Because total time given is how much for me? T seconds part affiliation. Done. Is that question clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Chalo. Now try to see. A to C is what type of motion, beta? Car is moving with what? Constant acceleration. How much? Alpha. So can you calculate the T1 and S1? I am rubbing the upper part of this one, beta. Okay. So first I'm talking for your A to C. A to C. Now see, from A to C, I need to calculate T1. I need to calculate S1. It is moving with what? Constant acceleration. That means V is equals to U plus A into T1. Initial velocity is how much? 0. Here the velocity of the car might be how much for me? V. This one is V final. Okay. So from this one I can get the value of T1. So T1 is equal to how much for me? V by over A. A value is given how much in the problem? Alpha. A value is given how much for me? Alpha. This is your acceleration first. So T1 is equals to V by alpha per definition. The same way from C to B. This is what right now? Constant retardation. This one is your constant retardation. For constant retardation per definition, if I'm using the relation V is equals to U plus of your AT. Its initial velocity is V and its final velocity is becoming for me how much? 0. That means this is your V final, isn't it? So V final will become how much for me? 0. So this one is your 0. This is equals to U is how much for me? Or V plus this one acceleration is how much for me? Negative acceleration. So minus beta into time taken from here to here is how much for me? T2. Isn't it? So if I cancel here, it will become negative. This negative will also get cancelled. So from this one, I can get the value of T2. So T2 is equal to how much for me? V by beta. So total time taken is how much for me? Total time T is equals to T1 plus T2 because total time lapse is how much for me? T seconds. That is equals to T1 I can calculate. T1 value is equals to V by alpha plus T2 value is equals to how much for me? V by beta. So V common 1 plus alpha plus 1 plus beta. This one is your time taken. Now can I get the velocity from this given condition? See, if I take the LCM for the given condition and simplify it, I'll be getting the velocity per definition. Can anyone try to tell me the velocity for this one? So this is V into alpha into beta plus by alpha plus beta. This is your 10. So V will be equal to how much for me? So V is equals to your, if I'm trying to calculate the value of your V part, so V will be equal to how much beta? So it is 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta. So it is alpha plus beta by, sorry, this one is alpha plus beta divided by alpha into beta LCM. Okay now. So V will become for me how much? V is equals to alpha beta into T divided by alpha plus beta. So this will be the maximum velocity which the body can be made. So V max is equals to alpha beta into T divided by alpha plus beta. Is it part clear for everyone? Is this part question is clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
First the car is accelerating, then it is decelerating. For accelerated motion, I'm using the first kinematic equation. V is equals to U plus At. So from that one, I got the value of T1. So T1 value, how much I got right now here? T1 is equals to V by over alpha. The same way from C to B, if I'm talking about. From C to B, its initial velocity is V. That means final velocity of AC will be the initial velocity of your CB. So CB is your constant retardation. So velocity at your C is equals to your U plus of A into T. So the velocity, final velocity is how much for me? 0. So this one is nothing but of your V final. So V final is equals to 0. So initial velocity is U plus alpha is nothing but minus beta into T2. So from this one, I got the value of your T2. So T2 is equal to how much for me? V by beta. That means the speed of this car will be equal to how much for me? Maximum is nothing but V. So total time taken is T is equal to T1 plus T2. So T is equal to V by alpha plus V by beta. So that is equal to V into 1 plus alpha plus 1 by beta. If I take the LCM for this one, alpha into beta into your alpha plus beta. So he's asking the velocity. So V max will be equal to alpha into beta T divided by alpha plus beta will be the answer for the given question. Clear for everyone? Sure. Next question. Now try to see whether you can do this next question or not. What is the next question is asking right now? The total distance. See, how many of you can do the total distance question? Because total distance means what? S1 plus of your S2. So can I calculate the value of your S1 beta? This is your question number B right now. For question number B, total distance will be equal to S1 for AC, for A to C per definition. This is uniformly constant acceleration body. That means I can use the relation V square minus U square is equals to 2AS. Final velocity of this one is how much right now? V. Initial velocity is how much? U. So this one is v square minus 0 square is equal to 2 into alpha into this distance is nothing but of your s1, isn't it? So from this one I'll get the value of s1. S1 is equals to v square by 2 times of your alpha. So this is the value of your s1. The same way for C2B particulation. For C2B is what right now? Constant retardation. So also for this one I can use the relation v square minus u square is equal to 2a into s2. Final velocity is 0. Initial velocity will be equal to your v square, that is equals to 2. This is minus beta into your s. So this minus will get cancelled right now. So s2 will become how much for me? V square by 2 times of your beta. So this is the value of your s. So total distance will be equal to how much for me? Total distance is s is equals to s1 plus of your s2. S1 value is how much for me? See, S1 value is equals to v square by 2 into alpha plus v square by 2 into beta. So what I can take common? V square by 2 is common. 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta. Okay, na? So now I can calculate the value for that given condition. So I'm rubbing this part of equation. See, I know the value of your V particulation right now here. So I'll do the calculation here itself. So that is equals to V value how much I got? This one is alpha. So this one is alpha into beta into t divided by alpha plus of your beta whole square into 1 by 2 into 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta is nothing but how much for me? Alpha plus beta divided by alpha into your beta particulation. So this is square. So one square will get cancelled right now. So this one and this one will get cancelled. One will be remaining. So that means I can cancel in this one. This part can be cancelled. So the square will go right now. This alpha beta and this in this one square will be gone. So here it will remaining is value is nothing but of your t square. So that will be equal to your t square particulation. So I'll be getting the answer in terms of your t square particulation. So what I can write here, I'll write the answer somewhere here right now. This is your B. So S will be equal to your how much? S is equals to. This one is nothing but 1 alpha into beta is remaining. This one is nothing but t square divided by this 2 and this alpha plus beta. 1 alpha plus beta is remaining here. So it is alpha plus of your beta. So this will be the distance. Clear for everyone? Say it once again. So this question is very important beta because we are having constant acceleration and also constant retardation simultaneously. So we are dividing the question into two parts. So first we are calculating the time, then we are calculating the distance by using the two kinematic equation. Then both of them we are combining so that I will be getting the result for the given question. Okay.
సార్ లాస్ట్ పార్ట్ అంట మళ్ళీ రిపీట్ చేయండి సార్ ఒకసారి.
Sir,
Chapna.
the distance part once more you can explain, sir.
So now see beta, see this one once again right now. The motion from A to B, if I am taking, this one is nothing but of your S1 beta. A to C is nothing but of your S1. So I'm using the second kinematic equation. V square minus U square is equals to 2A into S. This distance is how much for me? S1. Acceleration is how much for me? Alpha. For initial velocity is how much for me? 0. So final velocity here is how much for me at your C? V. So S1 is equals to V square by 2 alpha. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
Then for CB, from C to B, if I am talking about, again same kinematic equation, V square minus U square is equals to 2A into S2. Final velocity is how much here right now? 0, because the body is coming to the rest. So final velocity is 0. Initial velocity is nothing but what? At C, the initial velocity is V. So in the place of U, I have taken here V square. That is equals to 2. Acceleration is how much for me? Beta. That is minus beta. Why? Because it is retarding gravity. So it is minus beta into S2. So I got the S2 value from that one. So S2 is equals to V square by 2 beta. Now what is the total distance? S1 plus S2 is your total distance now beta. So that
Yes,
I have
sir.
written. S is equals to S1 plus S2. S1 is equals to V square by 2 alpha. S2 is equals to V square by 2 beta. V square by 2 I have taken common. 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta. Okay. V square value, I got the value of V. V is equal to how much? Alpha into beta into T by alpha plus beta. So here it is square. So that value I have substituted here, alpha beta t by alpha plus beta whole square into this 1 by 2 as it is. This LCM of this one is alpha plus of a beta. This is alpha plus b square. So here one alpha plus beta and this square will get cancelled. This is alpha into beta whole square. So one square will get cancelled and this alpha beta will be cancelled. So one alpha beta is remaining, one alpha plus beta is remaining. So this alpha into beta is remaining. T square is there, so that is t square. Alpha beta is also remaining. This two part of relation. So distance traveled will be equal to your alpha beta into t square by 2 into alpha plus beta. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Sure. Let us try to do the next question right now. Now, so the question says that a particle starts from rest. A particle starts from rest. A particle starts from rest and moves in a straight line. And moves in a straight line. And moves in a straight line. It travels a distance L. It travels a distance capital L with uniform acceleration. With uniform acceleration. With uniform acceleration. And then moves with constant velocity. And then moves with constant velocity. Moves with constant velocity. A further distance to L. A further distance to L. Further distance to L. Finally, it comes to rest. Finally, it comes to rest. Finally, it comes to rest. After moving a further distance, after moving a further distance, moving a further distance, 4L, under uniform retardation, under uniform retardation. Find the ratio of average speed. Find the ratio of average speed to maximum speed. See the question better, everyone. By the time I'll try to fill the ink in the pen marker. So please try to see the question whether you can attempt it or not. First, try to read the question carefully. Divide the question into 2 and 3 parts part of relation. Then you try to go for the application of that. Chinda, question అర్థమైంది అది చూడండి ముందు.
Maths, next one. Sir, on second line, what is that, sir? GT, ST. Second line. Second line, first word.
Particle starts from rest and moves in a straight line. It travels a distance capital L. It travels a
No, sir.
distance L with
First
uniform
one.
acceleration, then moves with constant velocity a further distance of 2L. Finally, it comes to rest after moving a further distance 4L under uniform retardation. Find the ratio of average speed to maximum speed.
No, sir, I'm asking that second word, first one. Second line, first word. What is that, sir?
Second line,
GTST. First word, first. Yes, sir, that one.
It travels.
Okay, sir, okay.
Sir, can you explain the question, sir, once?
Yeah, I'll do that one. Very good question, beta. It is also very important model. So first try to understand the question, see better. So what is telling is a particle is starting from the rest and moves in a constant velocity. It travels a distance L with uniform acceleration and then moves with a constant velocity. And further distance travel is nothing but for a further distance of how much? 2L. And finally it comes to the rest after moving a further distance of 4L under uniform retardation. Finally it is coming to the rest after moving a further distance of 4L under uniform retardation. Find the ratio of average speed to the maximum speed part of relation is asking. So we need to calculate the first average speed. Then we also need to calculate the value of your constant velocity. That is nothing but of your maximum velocity of the particle. Then the ratio of the given condition. That what exactly is trying to ask for the given condition. Chinda. Still students are joining. Okay, chalo. I'll explain the question once again. So what is telling is a particle is starting from the rest. So somewhere you draw the diagram for as per your understanding. This is the position of your E. Particle travels from the rest. That means initial velocity is how much? 0. And moves in a straight line. Travels a distance of how much? Here. Travels a distance of here. With uniform acceleration. That means from A to B, it is moving with your uniform acceleration. Okay. That means if it is starting from initial velocity at B, it might be having certain velocity. That is nothing but, say for example, I am taking maximum velocity. Because it is been moving here and it is been in a straight line and it travels a distance with uniform acceleration. So when it is moving with uniform acceleration, the velocity gained by that one is, say for example, Vmax. That means by the time it is reaching from A to B, at your B, the velocity of the body, I am assuming it as of your Vmax. Let us try to see this Vmax is increasing or decreasing. Then what is happening then? Travels a distance L with uniform acceleration and then moves with constant velocity. What do you mean by constant velocity? What do you mean by constant velocity? Will acceleration will change?
No.
No. That means whatever is the velocity here, the further distance also up to the distance C, the velocity will remain for me same because this one is moving with constant velocity. So from B to C, it is a constant velocity. Clear for everyone? And this distance, how much it is right now traveling? 2L. So this distance is right now for me 2L. Okay. And finally comes to the rest. That means from C, it is traveling to a distance D. And final velocity of this one is nothing but a 0. Further distance of how much it is traveling right now? 4L. under what? Uniform retardation. Now this velocity is nothing but right now here retardation. That is the reason this V max is becoming 0 here, because it is a retarding motion. Is that question clear for everyone? Is this question clear
Yes,
for
sir.
everyone right now? From A
Yes.
to B,
Yes, sir.
A to B, it is an uniform acceleration. This one is nothing but of your uniform acceleration. Uniform acceleration. B to C is moving with constant velocity. This one is constant velocity. Then C to D is moving with what? Uniform retardation. This one is your uniform retardation. So velocity is maximum in between what? B to C. Isn't it? And also distance is given for me. B to C distance is nothing but 2L. And from here to here, this distance is nothing but of your 4L part of relation. Now, this is the question what exactly is given for me. Now, read the question once again, you will get a clarity. A particle starts from your rest, so initial velocity 0, and moves in a straight line, travels a distance L with uniform acceleration, and then moves with a constant velocity, a further distance of a 2L, and finally it comes to the rest. That means final velocity is becoming 0. After moving a further distance of how much? 4L, under uniform retardation, that means before coming to the rest, the velocity of that one is been reduced. So that is the reason from C to D it is nothing but retardation. And distance it traveled during retardation is how much? Would be 4L. So find the ratio of average speed to maximum speed. So A to B is nothing but what? Uniform motion, uniform acceleration. So for uniform acceleration, the distance is equal to how much? Your average speed into your time, or average velocity into your time. Anything is fine because the body is moving in a straight line. Say for example, from here to here, it is taking some time right now. Say for example, of your T1. I don't know the time part of relation. So from A to B, if I'm taking T1, this will become T2, and this will become for me T3. So this one is T1. Now you know that for uniform acceleration, how do you calculate average velocity, beta? I told you in the starting in the equations of motion when I'm trying to do it out.
U plus V by 2.
U plus V by 2, U plus V by 2 into your T1. So initial velocity is 0, final velocity is nothing but how much for me? V max, I'm writing it Vm divided by 2 into your T1. So this is the distance traveled. So L is equals to your, how much I'm getting right now? L is equals to Vm by 2 into T1. That means T1 is equals to how much for me? From here to here, T1 is equals to 2 into L by your V max. So this is the time taken by the body for your uniform acceleration. This is the part of your AB which have been simplified. Then from B to C, what type of a motion it is right now, beta? Constant velocity. So what is the distance it travels right now? 2L. So it is nothing but S is equals to VT formula. Distance is nothing but 2L. Velocity is how much for me? V max. Into time taken is nothing but how much for me? T2 part of relation. So what is the value of T2? T2 is equals to 2L by your V max. Clear? అర్థమైంది ఎక్కడి వరకు? అర్థమైంది ఎక్కడి వరకు?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Then from C to D, beta. I'll try to do with the blue ink. From C to D, can anyone tell me? C to D is uniform retardation. So uniform retardation means right now again the same condition I can write. What is the distance travel from here to here? I'm using this relation right now. 4L is equals to average velocity U plus V by 2. What is initial velocity here right now for me? For the C to D motion. This formula I'm using. This formula only I'm using. L will be equal to how much here right now? 4L. That is equals to initial velocity is how much for me? V max plus final velocity is how much? 0 divided by 2 into time taken. Time taken is how much for me? T3. So 4 2s are 8. So this one is nothing but T3 is equals to 8L by your V max. So this is the value of your T3. This is the value of your T1 and T2 part of relation. So total time taken will be equal to how much right now for me? T1 plus T2 plus of a TT, and total distance will be equal to also same. He's asking us to calculate the average speed. So average speed is equals to, what is the formula for average speed? Total distance
by total time.
Total time. What is the total distance, beta? L plus 2L plus 4L divided by time. T1 plus T2 plus T3. So L plus 2L, 3L plus 4L. How much?
8L.
Huh?
7L.
7L divided by T1.
7L.
T1 value is how much for me? 2L by Vm plus this one is 2L by your Vm plus this one is 8L by your Vm. Isn't it? Simplify this one. See how much I'm getting right now for that one. average speed is equal to your how much for the given condition. So this will be equal to 7 into your L divided by 2L by Vm plus 2L by Vm. How much it will be? How much it
4L
is?
by VM.
4L by Vm. 4L by Vm plus 8L by 4 Vm. How much it is?
12L
12L,
by
12L by VM.
12L by Vm. Very good. So that means this will become for me 7 Vm into L divided by 12 into L. So this L also gets cancelled. So average speed I am representing by the formula. It is nothing but V bar. So V bar is equals to 7 Vm by your 12 is your answer. What is asking? Ratio of average speed to maximum speed. That means V bar by Vm. And the Vm is right now what I told you. V max. Antena? So what is the answer? Therefore, V bar is what? Average speed divided by maximum speed means Vm. This one is nothing but Vm. Is equals to how much for me? Is equals to your 7 by 12 is your answer. So this is your answer. Clear? Understand the question?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ఏమబ్బా నాకేం అర్థం కావడం లేదు. No one is responding.
Understood, sir.
Understood, sir.
ఎంతమంది ఉన్నారు తెలుసా పార్టిసిపెంట్స్?
Understood.
We have 25 students.
Understood, sir.
Sure?
Understood, sir.
Chalo, okay.
Yes, sir.
So I hope you got an idea now how to do the problem where there is a constant velocity, retardation and uniform. Three all of them are in one single problem. Try to divide the problem into two parts and try to simplify it. That will give me the answer. This is also one of the important area for competitive examinations better. Students overconfidently overlook this one key. I may be knowing bulky. You need to even try to do lot number of problems based upon this one part of it. So have a little bit concentration even on your multiple acceleration and multiple velocity problems in one single problem part of a list. Clear for everyone? Chalo. So let us try to go for the next question. One more part of a lesson. Then we'll try to go for the next topic. And from today onwards, we are having some regular classes for us basically. So we'll try to see that we'll try to complete the syllabus in a little bit faster way. But till the kinematics complete, we'll try to go a little bit slow. Then once the Newton's laws of motion starts, by that time we'll be getting an idea how to do the kinematics in detailed way. So we'll also get a little bit of a maturity and understanding the level of your physics. Then we'll try to increase our speed. So till the projectile motions, we'll try to go in the detail and little bit a slower part also basically. Okay. So I hope you can take the screenshot of this question. Then we'll try to go for the next question now. Next question, beta. A particle starts from rest. A particle starts from rest. A particle starts from rest and moves with a constant acceleration. And moves with constant acceleration. Moves with constant acceleration of 4 meter per second square. 4 meter per second square for 10 seconds. For 10 seconds. Then it moves under constant deceleration. Then it moves under constant deceleration. Under constant deceleration and stops in 20 seconds. And stops in 20 seconds. Find first question, number 8. The maximum velocity attained by the particle. The maximum velocity attained by particle. Second question, number B. The total distance it traveled. the total distance traveled. And number C, the distance or distances, the distance or distances from the origin, when the particle is moving, when the particle is moving, at half the maximum speed, at half the maximum speed or velocity. See, now this is a question. Try to understand the question first. Read the question
Sir.
twice.
Sir, the 20 seconds is included.
Yes, beta?
Sir, you said that it moves under constant deceleration and stops in 20 seconds.
Yeah, 20
After
seconds.
that, after
Fine.
the 10 seconds or
Fine. Yeah.
including the 10 seconds, sir?
That we need to understand first. Let us try to see the question. A particle starts from rest and moves with a constant acceleration of 4 meters per second square for 10 seconds. That means for the first 10 seconds, its acceleration is 4 meters per second square. Then it stops under constant deceleration and stops in how much time right now for me? 20 seconds it has been stopping. Then it moves under what? Constant retardation, and then stops in your 20 seconds part of relation part. What do you mean by that one? That means for the retardation, the time is how much? 20 seconds. That means total time will be equal to how much for me? 10 plus 20. That means 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Okay, na?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so try to do it out once.
Okay.
I did so many models right now for you. Divide the question into two parts and first calculate the total distance. Everyone should give me the answer. Done. See, the particle starts from rest somewhere here. This is your E. From rest, that means initial velocity is 0 and moves with constant acceleration. This is A1. Constant acceleration how much? 4 meters per second square. For how much time? T1 is equals to 10 seconds. And then it undergoes a constant retardation. That means it reaches to the point B. So from here to here, the velocity of this one is, say, for example, Vmax. Then it moves under constant deceleration. That means now it is decelerating and reaches up to the point C and stops in 20 seconds. That means here time taken is nothing but of your 20 seconds. And when it is stopping, I don't know the acceleration. So this acceleration also I need to calculate. And finally, it is stopping. So V final is equals to 0. That means from A to B, the distance is, say, D1. And from B to C, the distance is nothing but D2. Okay, so this is a question for us right now. So first try to talk about the motion AB for A to B journey. Initial velocity is 0. So I can use the relation V is equals to U plus A into T. V is nothing but how
Sir,
much?
is the answer 40 meters per second?
Exactly. This initial velocity is 0. Acceleration is nothing but A1 ka bati 4 into time T1 ka bati, this one is nothing but 10. That means 40 meters per second is the maximum velocity. So at B, if he is asking the velocity, that will be equal to 40 meters per second. Then what is this distance it traveled? S is equals to your ut plus half of your A into T square. Initial velocity is 0. So this distance is nothing but D1. That is equals to half. This acceleration A1. This one is nothing but T1. So acceleration is how much right now for me? Acceleration is how much? A1 is equals to 4 into T1. T1 is how much for me? 10 square. That means 10 square is nothing but how much for me? 100. So this one is 2 1s. So this
200.
one is 2 2s.
200
That will
meters.
be equal to how much for me? 200 meters. So distance traveled by that one is equal to how much right now for me? 200 meters for the motion of your A to B. I hope you're clear with this part of a question. Then let us try to go for the next part of a question. That is nothing but B to C. For B to C, for B to C part of relation. Then what is its initial velocity? Its initial velocity is equals to V max and final velocity is equals to 0. Acceleration I don't know, so I can use the relation right now. V is equals to U plus of your AT. Final velocity, this is your initial velocity. This one is 0. U final is nothing but a V square plus this acceleration is nothing but what for me? Deceleration. So this will be equal to how much for me? Minus of your A2 into time is nothing but T2. So what is the value of your A2? A2 is equals to V max divided by T2. V max, how much I got right now? 40.
40.
Divided by T2 is nothing but 20. 2 ones are 2 twos are. That means 2 meter per second square is the acceleration of the body. So A2 value, how much I'm getting right now? 2 meter per second square. This is acceleration or deceleration? Deceleration or retardation, you can say. So I got the value of AT. Then I can calculate the value of a
Sir,
D2
it's
beta.
minus.
D2. Yes, minus I took now here.
Sir,
Deceleration is minus, no? So I took minus here.
then it's minus 2 meter per second, right, sir?
Yeah, that is the reason I have written here deceleration. No? Otherwise, you can write
Uh-huh.
with a minus sign. That's not a problem.
Okay.
Okay. But still, you see, this Vmax is a positive. If it comes here right now, positive term, that will become for me what? Negative. Now tell me what is the D2? D2 is equals to your again ut plus half of your A into T square. What is initial
400.
velocity? Vmax into time taken will be equal to T2. This is minus half into acceleration is nothing but A2 into T2 square. So Vmax, how much we got right now? 40 into T2 is how much for me? 20 minus half into acceleration A2 is how much for me? 2 into T2 is how much for me? 20 whole square. See how much I'm getting this one T2 value. Everyone.
400 meter per second. 400 meters. 400 meters.
Yeah, 4 to the 8. This one is 800 minus this one gets cancelled. This one is nothing but 400. So this will be equal to 400 meters. Got it? So D2 is equals to 400 meters. Now what is the total distance, beta? Is asking the first
600
question.
meters.
Maximum velocity attained by the particle.
600
First
meters,
question is
sir.
over. The next one is total distance. Total distance means I'm writing the B answer right now. D is equals to D1 plus D2. That is nothing but 200 plus 400. How much it is?
600.
600.
600 meters. So the answer is for me 600 meters part of relation. Clear for everyone?
Clear, sir.
So total distance traveled by that one is nothing but of your 600 meters. So only first question and second questions are been done. Now third question, can anyone try it? Third question. The distance or
Max.
distances from the origin when particle is moving at half the maximum velocity.
200 meters.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. 200 meters.
No.
$200, sir. 200 meters.
No, beta. See it once again. Distances are distance from the origin when the particle is moving at half the maximum velocity.
Sir, 400 meters is answer.
No.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me beta.
hello, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
600 meters, sir.
600, huh?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
How?
Yeah.
Let us check it out better. See the third question better. What is third question right now? The distances are distance from the origin when particle is moving at a half of the maximum velocity. That means if I'm taking this question, a particle starts from rest and moves with what? A constant acceleration of how much? 4 meter per second for 10 seconds. And then moves with a constant acceleration, constant deceleration of your deceleration and stops in your how much time? 20 seconds per deflation. Find the maximum velocity we got right now there. We also got the total distance it traveled. Is asking right now to calculate for me right now the distance or distances from your origin particulation. Now, say for example, if this is a condition right now, initial is nothing but say for example of your A, isn't it? Now from your A, I'm trying to go for certain distance right now. Say for example, this one is nothing but of your B, and the last one is nothing but of your C, which I told you right now. A particle starts from rest and moves with a constant acceleration of 4 meter per second for 10 seconds. Then it moves under constant deceleration and stop in 20 seconds. Find the distance or distances from the origin when the particle is moving at half maximum velocity. So when the particle will be at the half the maximum velocity, that time we need to calculate for the given condition right now. See here, distance or distances, if I'm talking about your distance or distances at which the particle velocity is equal to how much for me? Half of the maximum velocity. That what exactly is trying to tell. So somewhere I don't know the way because it's from A to B, it is moving with what right now? Constant acceleration. So distance or distances when the particle is having half of maximum velocity and anywhere somewhere at this position, that is A, B, C. This one I'm taking it as of your D. So the position of your D, if I'm taking off your V max by 2. V max already how much we got in the problem previously? 40, na? So it is 40 divided by 2. That will become for me how much? 20 meter per second. 20 meter per second. And it B also how much right now for me? 40 meter per second. So now first calculate the distance right now from A to D if I'm talking about right now. This distance is say for example S1. So S1 is equals to your how much I need to calculate. Velocity is how much for me at this condition? 20 Vm by 2. Initial velocity here is how much for me? 0 for the given condition. So I'm using the relation V square minus U square by 2. So it is Vm by 2 whole square is equals to initial velocity is 0 plus 2 into A1 into your S1. Okay now. So A1 value is already known for me. How much is the problem? 4. How much it is? 4. Yeah. So it is Vm by 2 is nothing but 20 square. That is equals to 0. I'm taking it out right now out. That is a 2 into acceleration of that body is nothing but 4 into distance is nothing but of your S1. So S1 is how much? This is nothing but of your 400. 4 2 is 8 into your S1 part of relation. S1 value will come out for me how much better? 50 meters. And then S1 is equals to your 50 meters per definition. Then from E to C, if I'm taking somewhere in between this one is also E, and finally it is nothing but of your C part. That is nothing but E to C. This one is nothing but of C. Now tell me why I'm taking the D. Why not at your B part definition? Because it will become half somewhere in between them, not exactly at this position. Again, for this one, half it is becoming at a position of right now E. That means here also the velocity will become for me Vm by 2. That is equals to your 20 meters per definition. So for the E to C, if I'm talking about, for the distance of your E to C, if I'm talking about, final velocity of the body is how much for me? 0. So I'm using the relation V square minus U square is equals to 2A into your, from here to here, this distance I don't know. So I'm taking, say, for example, S0. So that one is nothing but of your S0. Final velocity is 0. Initial velocity will be equal to how much again for me? 20 square. That is equals to 2 into acceleration of that body is nothing but of your retardation condition. So that will become for me how much? Minus of your how much we got right now? A2 previously, how much we got? You see? I forgot what is the value of your A2 we got in the
Minus 2.
Minus 2.
minus 2 into your S0. So this one is how much for me? Minus 400 is equals to minus 4 into S0. So S0 will be equal to how much better?
100
How much?
100 meters.
100 meters. That means this distance is traveling in your 100 meters part. So A to D is nothing but of your S1 from origin. Then from origin where the velocity will become half is nothing but this one is nothing but of your S2. So how do you calculate the value of your S2 right now? S2 is equal to how much? I need to calculate the S2 value. What is the value of S2? Previously, what was the distance beta from here to here? This one was D1 and this one was how much for me? D2. D1 plus D2, how much I got?
600.
600 minus this S0. If I remove this one from the total distance, I'll be getting the value of S2. It is nothing but 600 minus this one is how much for me? 100. That will be equal to how much for me?
500.
500 meters. Where is the marker? Yeah. See it once again, beta. Very good question. Third one, we'll be doing the mistake in that one. How we have done, that is very important for that question right now. Go through it once again. అర్థమైందా మరోసారి చెప్పనా? Shall I tell you once again?
Yes, sir.
Now see, listen it better. Everyone stop writing and listen it once again. Now see, you know A to B is D1. We got it previously. B to C is nothing but D2. That also we got. At B, what was the velocity for me? At B, what was the velocity in the previous case, beta? 40 meter per second.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? Half of this velocity will be where? Somewhere in between them.
Yes, sir.
Again, if 40 key, where it will become half means somewhere in between A and B. Now, I don't know that B. So I'm taking that one as a D from the origin.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? So it's somewhere at a D, the velocity of this 40 is becoming for me half. That means 20. So what is that distance from origin I'm calculating? That S1 I calculated. How much I'm getting? 50 meters. Got the question?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see again from B to C. From B to C. From B to C here it is 40. Okay now. Finally here it is how much? 0.
Yes, sir.
Here it is 0. It is 0 means 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 32, 31, 30, 29, like that. It is becoming half somewhere here.
Yes, sir.
That distance how much is from the origin? S2.
Yes, sir. S2.
Isn't it? I don't know this S2, but I can calculate this S0. Why? Because at E I know the velocity 20 and final velocity I know 0. So I can calculate this extra distance EC. The distance I calculated here. Because final velocity v square minus v square is equal to 2 into your S. Final velocity is 0. At your E velocity is nothing but 20. Acceleration is minus 2. So I got how much right now? Last distance is 100. From origin where it is becoming half is turning. That means A to E I need to calculate. So what is A to E means what? Total distance minus this S0 will give me the answer. Arthamainda?
Yes, sir.
Everyone. I don't think so. A lot of students might have been got confusion that once you see the last question what is asking is the distance are distances from origin when the particle velocity is half of the maximum velocity. Like say suppose you are starting from your home at a velocity of 0 and by the time you reach your destination of your B your velocity was 40. Now where was your velocity half means somewhere in between A and B, na beta? Is that condition clear?
Yes, sir.
At A velocity is 0, at B velocity is 40. Now where will be your velocity half that one? Half of this 40 is how much? 20. Where it is? I don't know. That I took in between A and B somewhere at a point of your D. That means from origin what is that distance I assumed? S1. Okay na?
Yes, sir.
Then at D what is the velocity? I'm using the formula v square minus u square is equal to 2s. Final velocity is Vm by 2. Initial velocity is 0 plus 2. Acceleration from here to here is nothing but a1 into distance traveled is s1. So I got the value of s1 from this one. That means from origin the velocity will become maximum either at 50 meter or either at your 500 meter. Then how I took the next one right now? Now see from B to C it is a deceleration. Now at B what is the velocity for me? 40.
40.
Then at the C velocity is how much? 0. Somewhere in between them there is a 20 meters or not?
Yes, sir.
Where is that 20 meters from origin is asking. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, if here B is 40, by the time you reach at the C, the final velocity is 0. If it is becoming 0, means your velocity is becoming 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34. Like that it is becoming. That means somewhere at your position of E, from your A, the velocity is becoming 20. From origin is asking, not from B. So from
Yes.
origin is asking about T. So I need to calculate this value of S2. Now, in order to calculate this distance, I already know the total distance between them is d1 plus d2, that is nothing but 600. Now, from E to C, I know the velocity, I know the final velocity. I need to calculate the distance. So that is the reason I'm using the second and third kinematic equation. V square minus V square is equal to 2a into s. Final velocity is 0. Initial velocity of this one is 20. 2, acceleration is minus 2, into distance traveled is s0. So I got last distance traveled is how much for me? 100 meters. If I know this 100, I can calculate this s2 right now. Because total is how much for me? 600. 600 minus this 100 will give me S2 from the origin. That is how much for me? 500 meters. That means the distance are the distances from the origin. When the particle is moving at half maximum velocity, means half maximum velocity may be at your D or half maximum velocity may be at your E. If it is at your D, your answer will be 50 meters. If it is at your E, the answer will be equal to how much for me? 500 meters. So multiple answering for this one, 50 and 500 meters will be the answer for the given question. Clear?
Yes, sir.
అర్థమైందా?
Yes.
Clear, sir.
ఇంకా కాలేదు. On your videos and give me the thumbs up whether you understood or not. If yes, up. If no, down. I'll try to help you out once again. Baladitya, Ajay Dikshit,
No doubt, sir. Clear, sir. Clear, sir. Clear.
clear? Very good. Rashekar, very good. Very good. Still, Ajay Dikshit, Abraham, Syed Fayaz.
Clear, sir.
Fayaz, did you understand? Shall I help you out once again? Ankit,
Understood, sir.
Vaishnavi, Radhika,
Understood, sir.
Vivek,
Clear, sir.
Yashwant.
Sir.
Everyone is busy.
Clear, sir.
Clear, sir.
Clear for everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So I'm stopping the class right now here. We'll try to again continue in the tomorrow session of your class. Okay. I'll try to send you some questions as an homework. You please try to do them. And today, whatever the questions I made you to do it, go through the video lecture once again. You try to ask the RK sir to get the link of your video lecture of today, my physics class. Try to do that questions once again, twice and thrice till you understand. If you're still not able to understand, you let me know. I'll try to help you. Okay, na? So, take care, beta. Bye. Someone is having doubt. I don't know. Fine. Okay, chalo. Bye.
Students, BiPC students geology class link will be sent to online BiPC classes group. Please join that link. Suswara? Fayaz?
Yes, ma'am.
Please log into geology classes link in online geology class group. Next math class will going on. Fayaz, you also.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. తెలీదు.
దగ్గర తీసుకొని ఎంత క్లోజ్ వేరే దాంట్లో చూడండి ఎంత క్లారిటీతో కనిపిస్తుంది. Yeah, good morning, children. Yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Please, good morning. Please
Good morning, sir.
respond. Please
Good
respond
morning, sir.
now because good morning. So interaction is always very important. Teaching classroom. So as we can say, mostly all the regular classes are starting off today. So as we are midway of functions, I don't like to complete that fully, but some more problems of functions we'll do because clarity of finding domain in complicated cases should be done in a proper way. Then we'll go for other things, okay? Yeah, children. Let's take some more questions. 1 by root of x square minus 3x plus 2. Suppose something like this is given. Okay. Fast function. What is first rule? Children,
So the
what is
video
rule number
stuck,
1?
sir.
Pardon?
The video is stuck.
It is
sir.
stuck.
Video is stuck.
1 minute, 1 minute.
There is a lag in video.
Oh, they are resetting it. Just 1 second. Yeah, now is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, children. Now, what is rule number 1?
Denominator not equal to 0.
Denominator not equal to 0. Okay. Rule number 2. Rule number 2, there should be a special function. Correct or not? There is no special function. This is normal algebraic function only, but in irrational form. So what is rule number 3? What is rule number 3? The function should not become complex. Function should not become complex. Means x square minus 3x plus 2 is greater than or equal to 0 should be the case actually. Correct or not? It should not be negative. But rule number 1 says it is not equal to 0. So I'll remove rule number 1. When I remove rule number 1, I remove it equal. So it is satisfied. Children, have you followed? Children, have you followed? So anyway, rule number 2 is not applicable. Leave it. See, answer my yes, no, because I cannot repeat a word 10 times. It looks very odd. If you have followed, you say yes. If you did not follow, so that I can ask you what is the problem and then